What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Wacek and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to answer a question that I get very often on Instagram DMs and Facebook and here in the YouTube comments as well, and that is basically how to get accepted in networks or how to get accepted to more campaigns, because it seems like a lot of people are struggling with this. And in my course I go pretty in depth with how to get accepted to networks and what to say to them, and also what's even more important is how you say them, especially if you're on the phone with them. You need to be basically expressing confidence in your abilities to do what it is that you are going to do for them, which if you are brand new to pay-per-call affiliate marketing, you need to really realize that you have three parties here working. You have the affiliate network, you have the business, let's just say it's a plumber, for example, and then you have us. We'll just put a U for those of us running traffic. And this isn't the case for every single instance with every single campaign, but a business wants X amount of leads. Let's say they want 1,000 new leads or something like that. The number doesn't really matter. It's just really understanding this process. So what they then do is go find people like us that can fulfill this service need that this business has. They want 1,000 new leads. Then they're going to go find affiliates that can provide them 1,000 new leads in X amount of time, for example. Again, the numbers are just totally random thrown out there, but that's really how they work. They are a middleman that basically does this. And you can, of course, cut out the middleman if you want to and work directly with the business if you wanted to, but that involves selling. You have to have call tracking software. You have to have the invoicing, and you have to really know how to run a business. And you can't just be an affiliate that just does that and doesn't talk to anybody. But this is a lot more profitable, and that's why this company's here, because if they are paying us 20 for a plumbing lead, they're probably charging that business maybe 75 to 100. So a little bit more margin, actually a lot more margin. Maybe it's lower than that. I don't know. It could be $50. I don't know the exact details. It really depends on the competition and essentially how much value there is in the exact traffic sources that you're gathering. So hopefully you kind of now understand how the network works and what they're basically doing. They are taking on a contract and they have to fulfill that contract, and it's just like a concrete company taking on a contract where they have to lay out 650 cubic yards of concrete. They have to facilitate the work. They have to get the trucks to deliver it. They have to have the labor out there to lay it all out there and do whatever it is that they do with concrete to make sure it's all good and done for that customer. And so in this instance, us as a pay-per-call affiliates are subcontractors working. They're just like hiring a bunch of, it's just like hiring a crew to lay out all the concrete or hiring the trucks to deliver all the concrete to the job site. It's similar to that. And so now that I went way in depth with this, hopefully you'll understand now that, okay, they have a job to fulfill. This is why in certain niches you're going to see caps come through at certain points in every single month, because they're businesses that the companies are working for may only need an X amount of leads, and once those have been delivered, then the offer is basically paused for the remainder of the month. So if you ever see an offer pause, that could be one of the reasons why. So hopefully you have a better understanding now of how that exactly works, so that way you're better prepared in the future in the event that your campaigns get paused or something like that happens where it's just unforeseeable. All of a sudden one day you wake up to an email saying, hey, the campaign's been paused, and then you're just wondering, like, what the hell do I do now? So then you're better prepared. Now, the other question I get often is how long does it take to get accepted, or how long to get into a campaign, or basically being able to promote a campaign. And so first off, if you are just applying to a network and they've never worked with you, you don't have any history whatsoever, you really need to explain your traffic sources very well. And if you're talking to them on the phone, you need to have a tone of confidence. Now, I sound like Grant Cardone teaching sales here, but you are essentially selling yourself and your abilities to this company and basically saying, hey, I can do what it is that I'm going to say I'm going to do, and we're going to be able to help you fulfill your needs to your clients, because that's what you are doing. You're helping them fulfill their needs for their clients. It's honestly almost like a job interview. And for the actual amount of time, I mean, it could be anywhere between 2 days to a week. I know a lot of people don't like to talk on the phone for whatever reason, and that will slow things down quite a bit. If you don't have any prior work, then first off, you should go down below and go to the lead gen animated videos from Legit Marketplace and go buy them, live stream them, upload them to YouTube, whatever it is. Just have something to show the networks that, okay, I can create something online, some type of asset that will drive traffic for them, and you take that and you can show that to them, give them the URL and say, hey, we generate traffic through the organic search results. There you go. There's your starting point. Which now leads me to the next question that comes in quite often about getting accepted into campaigns, being able to promote them, and how much time does that take? So basically last week I had one of the managers from the affiliate network, which is Oregon Advertising. They had reached out saying, hey, do you want to check out these offers here? We have some big traffic goals here. I can't remember what exactly they had said, but basically they were like a Medicare niche and something else. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't really pertinent to the niches I work in, which I like home services. I really know and understand those business models very, very well, and creating websites and that sort of stuff for them, and also doing SEO for those sites. So I basically said, no, I'm not really interested in it, but I did apply to a campaign, which was a plumbing campaign, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I never heard back because I didn't submit a web address for them to check out and see and approved whether or not they can run traffic to that site. So I was being cheap, and I didn't want to spend the $10 on a domain and 1 penny for HostGator hosting, which there's a link down below, and you enter in that promo code. Your first month is free, even if you're using the business plan with the full SSL and all that. And I didn't want to do that because I was like, whatever, let's just apply and see if we can get in and then decide. So then that took a lot longer. I probably would have been able to have the turnaround be within 2 days to be approved with that campaign, but because I was cheap and didn't want to buy a domain and throw up some content real quick, it took 2 weeks, and then almost a full week later, as you can see here, the initial conversation started on Halloween, and I was approved on the 6th, which was yesterday. So that was a little bit longer. However, there was a weekend in there, and obviously these businesses work 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. They are not there on the weekends, so you can basically estimate anywhere between 3 to 5 days in most cases, maybe up to 7 if it's around a holiday or a weekend, something like that. So just be prepared to have to wait a little bit, have a little bit of patience. Nothing happens overnight. If things were easy and happened overnight, then it wouldn't be worth it. It would be a job, which is what everyone else does, and that is why they do it, because it's the path of least resistance. If it takes a little bit of effort, it's probably going to be worth it. So anyways, that is what I have for you today. If you guys have any more questions that you would like me to answer in an upcoming video, be sure to leave a comment down below. And also, if you want to get access to the 9 most profitable lead gen and pay-per-call niches, go down below, hit the link, and you can go and download those niches. If you like this type of content where I answer your guys' questions, be sure to go down below, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed already, go down below, hit that subscribe, and also hit the bell for notifications so that way you know when the newest content's live here on my channel. So with that said, my name is Matt Wacek. Thanks for checking out my channel, and I will see you in the next video.